Righto, back again. What do we got today? Look how nice this thing is. What do we got? Gonna go pick up a Holden Ute. Don't know if it's gonna run, but we'll give it a go. This. Righto, let's get into it, show you what's going on. Righto, Cortina come in. It's got a 2 litre in it and extractors, and it is a 4-speed car, but it's rusty. So I've just pulled the shifter out, I've just undone the engine mounts, but lift it up in the air, undo what I can underneath, and pull this motor out, so I'm going to keep it. I've got those couple of Escorts there. One of them's already got a 2 litre in it, but I've got some Zetec motors there. If you look up Retro Ford over in the UK, they do kits to put a late model Zetec motor which come out of a Focus into Escorts, which is a pretty nice conversion. I'm thinking about buying one of those complete conversions soon and putting away for the Escorts, but just in case I don't have the money or they stop making it before I buy it, I'll have another 2 litre and manual to go into one of the Escorts. So this thing's rough. A mate of mine that works at Super Cheap here in Kingatow, his son actually bought one off me a while back that was really rusty, and I'm amazed that he's fixing it. And they were here the other day, and he needs that inner tubs, inner wheel arch bits that aren't rusted out instead of making them, and there's a few, believe it or not, there's some rust cuts in this. So ripping this out today, we're going to go drop that off at him, and then we're going to go have a look at and buy, I'm not going to go and have a look, but we're going to go and buy this Holden Ute. It's pretty rough. Same as this one. It's probably even rougher than this one, to be completely honest, but it's complete. Motors in it, dashes in it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it running, but it's Holden 6-cylinder. We'll give it a go. So let's go pick her up. Back here again. I don't know what I bought this time. She's rough, like very rough. We'll get it up in the air in a minute on the hot thing. Tailgate's pretty much shot. Bottoms of that are gone. This side's not actually too bad. She looks pretty tough there, tucking that wheel. Yeah, needs seals, needs everything. It's not too bad across the top plenums here and up here around the screen. There is an engine in it. It's bad across there, but I've got this thing here, right, which gives me a few of the cuts that I need. And there's another one somewhere too. There's another like Ute thing back that gives me another section. It's here somewhere. Anyway, yeah, like, see, I can use that tailgate carcass, and it's got the door there I can repair. It's got that other section, so to complement that one, they've got that Ute there, and I've got another one over there, and there's another section here somewhere that gives me that back piece there, and all the rest of this can be done. But anyway, see, I had a mate recently bought a EJ Ute, and it looked really good. Like, it had a sunroof in it and that, but he's got the roof cut out of it now and put another roof on it, but it looked great, and it 5-speed in it, like Celica box and Holly and good engine and Premier seats and all this sort of stuff. But it was this with filler and dodgy repairs, like so, and he paid a lot of money for it. Well, he stepped pretty tall to buy it, and it was still just rough like this. But like, it's got, oh shit, that scared the shit out of me. Dash and all that's still in it. It's got a HJ seat in it, but it's got window regs in it, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. She's rough. I actually bought a heap of parts off this guy. So I bought grills off him and all sorts of other stuff a couple of months back. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna get this off. We'll have a quick look underneath it, and then we'll have a look at the motor. If it's not seized, we'll see if we can get it to run, but I'm not real confident. We'll give it a go. Anyway, I'll get this off. Righto, let's have a quick look, see what we're dealing with. So it's still got the stain trays there. That'll beat out. Hang on. One of the worst things about doing YouTube is you can't have music on in the background, so every time you pick up the camera you've got to turn music off. Righto. Alright, I've got other front ends hanging around to repair that. Remember, it wasn't rusty in the inner guards when I looked at it. It's actually better than what I remember, but that's all repairable. Floors are shot. She's a 3-speed manual. Still got a tail shaft in it. It's all repairable. I think the diff mounts and that must be shot because of the way it was sitting. Jesus. She's a roughie. She's a roughie. But something to start with. Oh, look at that sill though. That sill there is just perfect. As perfect as it's going to be. Yeah, I don't see anything that I wasn't expecting, to be honest. Yeah. Yep. Is what it is. Lucky I like steel work, eh? Well, righto. Alright, we'll get this on the ground, open the bonnet up and have a look what's going on under there. I'm not going to play with it today, it's late in the day and I have to go home today, so maybe tomorrow, see how we go. Okay, it's not that bad, like it's not rusted out in the inners, the inner guards there, it's a bit there, but all that's got to come off anyway to do it. It still has ID tags, which is great. Wiper motors there, all your linkages are there. It just hasn't been played with. But if I pull a cap off another Dizzy, we won't worry about the fuel tank. We'll just spray her in the carby, put a starter in it. I'll see if it turns over first, but yeah, I don't know, it might run. It's worth having a play. Bonnet's terrible. I don't know. Yeah. I have collected doors and bonnets and stuff for these for a while, and grills. So yeah, I don't know, she's a bit of a weapon. Yeah. Oh, righto, let's put some stuff together and see what we can do. Unfortunately, this is seized. I could probably go through, pull plugs, oil, but I don't think there's any point. Like I can't see any point in trying to get it running. I'm sorry guys, but I do have other stuff going on. So probably next video, bought another truck. I'll run through what's happened with my tow truck. So my truck I've been driving for a long time, Holden Ute 2002 model, non-turbo diesel 305C motor, 6-speed gearbox, does really well. It's done nearly 850,000 Ks now. It gave me grief, as you saw, with the clutch a while back, and then it gave me grief. You know, on a diesel you have that pump up thing, the pressure with the filter. When the diaphragm goes in them, the diesel system doesn't hold pressure and they don't run. So it actually broke down on me last Friday night. Thursday, Friday night anyway. And yeah, so in the end, I tried to get parts, went across to Toowoomba on the Friday to get parts, couldn't get them, ordered them in. They've turned up now, but in the meantime, I put a little clacker pump on, which is that little pump there, which then, see, that's the thing that failed, okay? So I've had to step down the lines. I've been driving around a week with it like this, and that just builds pressure in the system and allows me to keep running. But the 2002 model Hino, the diff centers in them, I've been through about 4 of them now. I've got another one in the workshop to put in. They're just not the best. I think the pinions are weak or something. So anyway, I bought another truck. This will be in the next video. I'll show you the new truck and what's going to go on. So I've got to build a new tray. The last video I done on building a tray, I didn't go very in depth in it because I didn't think anyone would be really interested. But there has been quite a few guys that have messaged me for information on how to build them, what to do, what not to do. So there's what I'm doing today now, this is why I get nothing done on cars. Like, people say, where's this car, where's that car? You got to do every, it's just time. Anyway, right, my plan is, I've got that truck body there. The truck that I bought has a body on it too, right? So it's going to go here. I've already started clearing out, so it's going to go here. So that way I can put a quick roof across, and I've got a heap of garage doors that I can use as tin. right, so I can get 2 cars under shelter. Right, I've got another one of these insulated ones that I've got down in Brisbane I've got to pick up, and then there'll be 2 more car spots, and then another one of those insulated ones that'll get turned into a unit, and then when mates come and stuff, they'll have a unit there to stay here, so they can come out of Brisbane because we're so far away and actually stay here, and yeah, we can piss about with cars. So, right, yeah, so now I've got to move these 2, this one, this crap. That Jag there's pretty much rusted out. So I've got to pull the back out of it, the wiper stuff. What's coming in the driveway? Here comes my mate in his Jag, because that's his VL wagon there, which is a video coming up. I can't get the bonnet open, so yeah, so it's a pretty tidy thing, that thing. Righto, so yeah, clear all this out, and then of course the Bobcat has a flat tyre, so I've got to get the wheel off that, get that repaired for early in the week, and go from there. So that's where we're at, and that's why I get nothing done, because I've got to clear this whole area out to make it neat and tidy, put stuff away. So let's get into this and I'll show you where we end up. Starting to make a bit of progress. Got most of that crap moved. Just moved the skyline, right? It's going to give me heaps of room, it's good. Just moved the skyline, and something I've noticed, like, have you noticed the cars recently that I've done? So the RS Liberty, that was sat for 11 years. No, the WRX was 11 years. The RS Liberty all-wheel drive thing, that was 10 years. And I've just moved this skyline, right? And it's sat too, because the rego label's on it, 2013, so 10 years. I wonder what happened in the car industry about 10 years ago that made all these sort of semi, that have become classic cars now, get parked up. Because it just seems strange that they're all 10-year cars, 10, 11 years that they've sat for, pulled up, deregistered, sat there. I don't know, what come out 10 years ago that was such a, or what moved into the second-hand car market 10 years ago at a reasonable price that got all the people out of these cars and into something else and all parked up? Just an observation. What do you guys reckon? Have you got an explanation for me? Just to stop any tears on why I'm scrapping this, like this thing's way past bothering with. But yeah, it's rough, doesn't even begin to describe how bad it is. A couple of bits and pieces still, I'll pull that back end out of it, but yeah, I'd love to know where the 4th wheel's gone. That's what happens when you have someone working for you that just doesn't care. But anyway, yeah, she's rough. So this Jag here, this red one, this was the second one that I ever bought. I was doing a tow up to Rockhampton, sorry, and it was out the back of a panel shop. It had a 350 Chev in it, a turbo box. It had all the front end. It was a complete car, but the guy wanted the motor and box out of it, so I'd done him a deal where I'd go back to Rocky after I'd done my tow job back down here and pull the motor and box out, and I could buy the rest of the car. What that gave me, I got to retain the engine mounts for Chev and all the conversion kit that was in it, and then I get my front and rear end for the likes of that Dodge up the top there and my Bedfords, right? So front and rear end is good. So this car here, even though it looks like it's bad, it gave me the engine mounts and everything and extractors and stuff I needed for the blown Jag, because it's, you know, I've got a Series 1 grey one with the blower, 671 blower and that, and it gave me a lot of interior pieces to complete this Series 1 here, even though this is a Series 2. This also gave me parts for another Series 2 that we done, a white one that went to a mate of mine, but it's seen its day, this thing now. Like it's bad. There's a few bits and pieces left, like for those hot rod conversions. The wiper mechanism in a Jag runs on a cable system, so you can actually adjust where you want your wiper arms to be. So you can put that wiper motor in and put it into any car to have dual wipers and a 12-volt system. So there's still a lot of bits and pieces in this car that'll get taken out before it's thrown in the pile, but it's rooted. I wish I could find the other one of those wheels though, but anyway, that's another mission. But yeah, so this was one that I bought. Like, sometimes you've just got to buy something. It was easier to buy the whole car and transport it than buy a couple of parts, and that's why I end up with so many cars, because you just, yeah. But it's time for it to go, because it's clean up time to get closer to getting in this workshop and doing more resto jobs. So But this is giving me a bit more room. Now I've just got to clean all this crap up. I'm not going to move that Bedford van, that can stay there for now. But I'm going to move these two, and I'm thinking I'm going to put in the back section down here 2 parts cars, ones that aren't going to be restored but a parts car. So I'll clean this whole section here out, get rid of these old motorbikes, put 2 cars back in here, and then this is where our Pantech truck body's going to go, and then we've got a good start for our next refrigeration body for a unit. So we're getting there. That's me for the day. Decent section cleared out. Now to get the Bobcat in, clear that out, put some rocks down. Our Pantech will go in here, and I've probably got a spot for some engines there, so I'll be able to get through. So yeah, righto. Another step forward, clear this workshop out so we can work in there properly. Gotta do a head gasket on this thing too. Never ends. See you.